Well, hi NicNackers. So it's been a while since I've done a video. I should say, our son came home for spring break, so we were chilling out with him and just having fun, just enjoying a week with him before he headed back to school. And then I got sick, so I have not either been wanting to put in the time or felt well enough to do a video for a while, but I am heading back in the right direction health-wise. It sounds like lots of people have been sick lately, so I know I'm not alone. Anyway, let me show you what I have going on today. So Eric brought home a big box of apples about a week and a half ago, I think. A buddy of his from work brought a bunch to a whole bunch of people, I guess. He just gave them out as gifts and whatnot. So he's been eating on those and asked me to do something with them. So today I am going to be making applesauce. I've already gone through the box, took out all the stems, and thrown out, I think there were like 3 apples that were pretty nasty. So I got rid of those, and now I'm just soaking them in some vinegar water. They had the stickers on them from the warehouse, and I took all the stickers off and just want to make sure none of that wax or the sticky stuff from the stickers is on there. So I'm going to soak these in some vinegar water for 10-15 minutes or so. Make sure that they're nice and clean, and then I will bring you back when I am starting to go through them. All right, so let me show you what I have going on here. I have taken all my apples out and they're laying out here on the counter on a towel. And I have my peeler core slicer out here. It's supposed to suction to the countertop, but it'll work and then it'll come undone, so I never hook it up. I am not a fan of the core on these, only because depending on the shape of the apple, it may not go right down the center of the apple, so I never worry about that. So what I'm going to do is I will put my apple on the spear there, and we'll kind of core that up, or peel it. And then I see I have a spot right there. I'm going to go ahead and take that out. I don't want to keep that. That looks good. The rest of it looks really good. So I'm going to cut it. And I'm going to manually cut the core out. And I'm actually going to save the cores into some lemon water over here, and the peeling as well. I'm going to go ahead and save that. That's wrapped around there. Just going to soak them in some lemon water, get the ends off there. Just kind of chunk the apple up, and I'm going to stick it over here. I had been wanting a roaster pan for quite a while, and was on Facebook Marketplace the other day and saw one for 20 bucks. So I snatched it up, and I think that's what I'm going to use to make my applesauce today. We'll see how well that turns out. I've never used one, but I figure it's like a slow cooker, and that's how I've done a lot of my applesauces in the past. So we're going to try it. So I'm going to, finish cutting these up and chunking them, getting them into the roaster pan. I don't suspect that it's going to fill it up. I don't have that many apples, but I'm going to save the peels and cores and hopefully be making juice out of them, but I'll let you know. I read something the other day about, I think that's what it was, using those. I can't remember. So I'll be doing my research, finding out what it was that I was looking at, and when I get ready to do it, I'll bring you along for that as well. All right, so there is my roasting pan full of apples, and my peeler core slicer ended up not working quite a few times because the apples were just a tad on the soft side. So I ended up doing them by hand, and you can see, I mean, some of the peeling is still left on. I'm not going to worry about that. So I'm just going to turn my burner on here and put the lid on. We're going to let those cook for a couple of hours. And over here I'll show you I have two big pots, pans, bowls of apple peels and cores, and then just a little plate there. Some couple apples you see just were not good for consumption, and cut off some bruising and stuff as I saw them on the apples. So that'll go out to the chickens. I am almost certain that I'm going to be using the peels and the cores for making juice, and if that's the case, I'm going to be throwing these in my crock pot and making sure they're covered with water and letting that cook for a day or so. So I'm going to do some research just to make sure that that is what I was planning on using the peels and cores for, and I'll bring it back when I'm getting those ready. All right, so here we have the apples. They've been cooking for a few hours now, and on this side, you can see I've already started using the immersion blender in it and getting that all applesauced up, and that side is still chunky. So I'm going to finish blending that up with the immersion blender, and I will bring you back when we're jarring it up. All right, guys, so here is what I have so far. I took my immersion blender. You can see there's still little chunks there, but you know what? That's okay. I don't mind. And the recipe that I'm loosely following is in this book right here, and it is on page 182. And it says, for 12 pounds of apples, add 3 cups of sugar and 4 tablespoons of lemon juice. I had about 10 pounds of apples, and I added 1 cup of sugar and the 4 tablespoons of lemon juice. So I am heating up my jars right now in my canner, and as soon as they are warmed up, I will be putting these in pint-sized jars and canning them, and then whatever's left, I will show you guys how I'm going to spice that up a bit and can the leftover after the 9 pints. Show you how I'm going to do it. All right, I'll see you again soon. All right, so our jars are heated up. I'm going to get these filled. I think it's to a 1/2 inch. Let me check real quick. 1/2 inch headspace. Ooh. Lid on. And this turned out kind of thick. If you wanted to, you could add some apple cider to it to kind of thin it out, but I'm going to leave it just the way that it is. So there is that first jar. I'll go ahead and finish filling these and bring you back when we're ready to start the timer. All right, last jar is going in the canner. So I'm going to get these in, and pints are going to pints and quarts are for 20 minutes. So 25 minutes for our altitude. And I will bring you back when they're coming out and when I'm adding in the secret ingredient to the leftover applesauce in my pot there. See you in a bit. So here is what I have going on right now. I took about a half a cup of cinnamon red hots and half a cup of water and stuck them in the microwave and kept heating it up and stirring them up until they are dissolved. And now I'm going to pour that mixture in with the remaining applesauce that I have. Oop, there goes the timer for the applesauce. Put that in there. Stir that up. And now we have cinnamon red hot applesauce. A little bit runny after adding that in there, but gives it a nice cinnamony taste to it. It's delicious. All right, I'll bring you back when I'm putting that in the canner and we're canning it up. Applesauce is done. How many jars of this I'm gonna get, but there is the cinnamon red hot applesauce. I'll just get those going in the canner. We'll see how many I end up with. I'm thinking maybe 3 or 4. But we had some as dessert after dinner tonight, so that worked out good.
And I think I'll save, that one's just a tad shy of the 1/2 inch, but I think I'll put that in the fridge and we'll save that for maybe tomorrow night's dinner or a dessert or something. So I'm going to get some jars just put in here to take up some space amongst these other ones. I think that'll keep them from knocking over. All right, I'll get the lid on that, turn it up, and we'll get it to boiling again. Process those for 25 minutes, and I'll bring you back when they're coming out. All right, they are done, and so pretty. There they are, all done. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.